Hey everybody, welcome back. So it's September 2020, and I wanted to start this new month by first refocusing. I've been seeing a lot of overwhelm. So today I want to talk about the overwhelm perspective, because it's something that we feel and we think it's happening, but it's really just going on within us. And I just want to give you like two simple tools that you can utilize that I've been using for myself. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in. So, being in business for ourselves, we're human. We're not in the business of just do, sell. And that has been a mind shift that I have had to really work on. I have been gone for a little bit because my phone broke. So I was without a phone. Finally got it repaired. So, and I've just been taking some time to kind of just analyze everything, because as we're nearing the end of the year, I keep seeing and keep hearing I'm overwhelmed. I no longer want to do anything. I have lost the motivation to work on my business, to work in my business. And I wanted to give you guys just two really simple tools that you can do to help you with the overwhelm that have helped me on my time that right now that I've been away from work. And, even though I'm not working directly with people doing services, I am working with them, distance-wise in regards to phone calls or virtual calls. So let's get this started. Number one, embrace the feeling and take a break. So sometimes when we feel overwhelmed, we feel that lack of wanting to do something or move forward, or we just want to give up. We need to embrace that feeling. And something that I really like to do is take a break. We're not in life just to do things. We need time to stop and savor the moment and think about what are we right now? What season in our life are we right now? So I took a pause and I watched Netflix. And I spent time with my kids doing homework. And I just spent time with them. And I just went back to what makes me happy. For us, right now we're living in Northern California. And I know we're globally, everybody's dealing with COVID. But for us, we also have the current, wildfires going on. So the smoke in the air has been so bad, okay? Regularly supposed to be like a 50. Sometimes it'll be over 320. The reading. That's how horrible, how dangerous and toxic it is to be outside. So we've had to be indoors, and that has brought up a lot of feelings for me. So I'm like, okay, so I feel overwhelmed and I hear other people feeling overwhelmed. So what can I do about this? So I took a break. I listened to my feelings and kind of just wrote down everything just to see what I was feeling and just embraced it. I didn't let people know I was feeling overwhelmed. I didn't announce on social media. I just kind of took a 4-day break. So what happened to my social media? Like, if you're worried about your followers, I lost 2 followers during those days, which is natural. So it was no big deal. So take a break. It's so important to just embrace your feelings. If you're not well, nothing else around you is going to be well. So number one, embrace your feelings and take a break. See where this feeling of overwhelm is coming from and what really makes you happy again. Okay, so number 2 would be, if you're dealing with overwhelm, if you're dealing with feeling unmotivated, go back to your why. I'm going on a walk today, so I'm sorry if you guys hear some background noise, because, being at home with 3 kids, husband, and remodel, there's all kinds of noises inside. So we decided to go on a walk. So you guys can come on a walk with me, and we're going to talk about the importance of why. So my final tip for you guys is go back to your why. Why did you choose your career? Why do you want to take action doing that one thing? Why do you offer that service in your business? Is it because it's what makes you money? Is your why money? Is that what your ultimate goal is? Or is your why something different? Is your why to have freedom to live the life that you want? And what are you willing to sacrifice for it? And I want to end this with this example, and I hope this gives some clarity for some of you guys and kind of helps you and, the importance of having a why. So for me, the longest time, it's always been about proving everybody, including myself, and mostly for other people, that I can do stuff that they tell me, no, you cannot accomplish, okay? And I got really lost in that. Has been amazing. Has brought me amazing opportunities to be out there, to, from a guest speaker to an educator to working with, amazing individuals, and just amazing opportunities I never imagined in my life I would have. But my why changed. I think with COVID, like a lot of us have changed, and that's okay because, like I said, like us as human beings, we're always constantly evolving, and that's the beauty of being human. You can change and evolve, and so does your why. So my why now is, why am I here on this earth? Time is very limited. I truly do believe that time is the one resource that we cannot change. We only have 24 hours a day. And no matter how much money you have or what you think you can do, nobody can add an extra hour to the day. It's 24 hours, and that's what it is. So for me, my why went back to like more about having a meaningful life. Just being well in whatever I'm doing. And, what's going to make me feel like I have a well living life according to my standards, not the world's, not my mother-in-law's, not my husband, nobody else, but mine. Like, what's my why? So, what did changes of this happen was I went back to my why. I stopped feeling overwhelmed over social media, which happens to all of us, even the best of us. Even, having mentors and working different programs with people that, making 7 figures, high 7 figures or 8 figures. They all deal with some type of overwhelm, guys. So they're not exempt for it. And for me, I just wanted to go back to my why, which is my family. Like, I always wanted to be a better mom and a better parent than my parents were. And it's nothing to do with them. It's just my why, like, I want to have good humans after I'm gone, stay in this earth. My why is to help other women discover that they are beautiful just as the way they are. That is my why, is to help others. My why is to inspire others to actually take action. My why is to show other women and share my story and inspire others to take action in their lives, to have a meaningful life, a life that's well-being for them. And that's my why. So I closed down my suite. Now, since I know my why and what's important to me, I closed it down because I no longer wanted to have a physical location, because it wasn't going to help my ultimate goal to why I have a business, which was to empower women. And, having an enclosed space like that wasn't really good for my energy, and it wasn't really where we were going towards, so I closed that down. Then going back to my why, I wanted a place where it was a sanctuary where you can, escape, and doing long services. They're time consuming, and, it takes 6 hours, and they're having to find babysitting, or their, boyfriend or husband, hey, where are you? And, time being so limited, I no longer wanted that pressure. And it was removing the experience of the why you are here with me, and how can I can serve you, so I can serve them. So I took that away. Having done that, I pretty much took away 70% of my clientele. And when people are reaching out to me for new services, that's the main thing. They want that long service. I had to say, oh, I'm sorry, I no longer offer it, because I went back to my why. Now, for some of you, you're like, okay, Celeste, that makes no sense. It seems like you're actually taking, money away from your business. And in a sense, yes and no. Yes, for, I'm no longer doing those services, so, yeah, potentially, not booking those big, money makers. But also no, because now I'm attracting people to do the services that I love to do, that are short, that are impactful, that are wonderful. I'm able to empower them, focus more on them than on the service. And it has been very helpful for me. It has been very therapeutic. it has also really been really amazing to be able to change and make a dream come true, not just for myself, but being able to offer not just a service, but an experience, the experience I wanted so bad to give other women when they came to see me. I'm finally going to be able to do that. And it would not have happened if I wouldn't have gone to my why. I would not be working with some amazing women, helping them with their business or encouraging them, or being like the little support system of accountability there if I didn't go back to my why. And that's why I tell you, not just like in business, but in life, with my kids, I've been able to be more focused, when they're doing their work, and being more present and being kinder to them, and, and knowing that I'm not a to-do list and we'll get done what we can get done in a day. Going back to my why has really brought a lot of serenity to me. At first it was hard. At first I felt like I was being lazy or, and I felt overwhelmed because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not being the person I was before. And oh my gosh, am I like just being lazy? But I want to end this podcast just with a question for you. What is being the same person that you were yesterday gonna get you to a new outcome tomorrow? So I want you to think about that. So if you keep acting and being the person that you've been yesterday, is that gonna change how your life, is lived? Is that gonna change the outcome in your life? If you keep doing the same thing over and over, just like you have every other day. And if we're looking for a change in our life, we're looking for a change in our business, maybe is it time that we change something? Is it okay to change something? Or do you think that being the same person that you were yesterday is going to get you to a new outcome? So just think about that. Write it down. See what comes out. And I always encourage writing because for me, writing is such a beautiful therapeutic way of seeing really what we hold within. Because our subconscious mind, man, it holds so much that sometimes, we don't understand why we're feeling overwhelmed, we're unmotivated, and it's all back there. But sometimes writing is the best way to get it out and see how we're really feeling. So I hope this podcast was motivating for you, and I hope you take action to going back to your why and remembering to, sit down and look into your feelings and embrace those feelings so you can remove all the overwhelm, so you can remove all the feeling of, unmotivation from your current situation. So I'll be back here next week, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And remember, all we have is today, so make it the best day. And, and if you have your list of to-dos, remember you're not a to-do list. And if you accomplish one thing today, you're doing great. So until next time, bye guys.